All right, y'all, we back with me and Minister Jap. This is your boy O'Shea. And tonight we got a very, 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 very unique topic inspired by the one and only Minister Jap. And it's called
What's Good? What's Good?
And the topic is, do single black mothers destroy their daughters' romantic relationships? Now, Jap, you did a video on this not too long ago. Kind of tell me what inspired you to do this video.
All right, let me turn the church music down, man. All right, man. So, you know, I tell niggas, man, all the time, man, if you want to know about the black single mother, I'm a fucking expert on this shit. I dealt with all of them on all types of levels. Fucking the ratchets, the high class, and all that shit. But I was thinking about a few specific single mothers I was dealing with, and I had a lot of problems with their mother. And then just black women, period. I had a lot of problems with their mothers because it wasn't more so like I would have conflict with them where it was like face to face. It was just like they would say little slick shit and they never would believe in me, or they would always have something bad to say. But I'm like, man, I'm a caliber brother. I got my shit together. But she just, I noticed that they just were really jealous of their daughter, you know what I'm saying, being in a better position. And a lot of these women didn't have husbands of their own. So they try to live through their daughters. And it turns into a fucking, how can I say, it turns into a real jealousy type of thing, you know? Like I see, like I see a woman with like they'll have conflict with their mothers, you know, but they'll never abandon their mother. You know, their mother could never do no wrong, even though like the shit would be like completely fucked up. You know, I've seen these women literally curse their fucking moms out, be about to fight their moms and all this shit, you know, and at the end of the day, they still will take the abuse or take the hate that their mother throws in their relationships. Like a lot of their failed relationships stem from their mother, but they don't never peep that till it's too late. Matter of fact, it was a movie about that shit, man. I think was it Morris Chestnut? It was Morris Chestnut, and who the fuck was that, man? The girl from Hustle and Flow, man. You know what I'm talking about? Jody from Baby Mama.
Okay. Let me ask you something. Let me cut you off. You said that the mothers would say slick shit to you. What kind of things would they say?
I mean, it's like they wouldn't like if I'm having an argument with their daughter, they would jump in. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm not about to curse your mother out, man. You know what I'm saying? Or it was one time I was dealing with a chick and I didn't feel like coming all the way over there to pick her up. She had a car. I'm like, man, just drive over here. Mother grabbed the phone. Was like, no, you come pick her up. You know what I'm saying? And she was willing to drive anyway. You know what I mean? And we had this already worked out. But Easily Broken, that was the movie. Yeah, Taraji P. Henderson. But you know, she was willing to come to my crib. I stayed out in Indiana at the time. So she was willing to drive out to the crib or whatever. And that because we were about to shoot out further in Indiana. So it made sense for her to come.
Right.
Her mother grabbed her phone like, no, you come pick her up. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And so then her mother used to do so much shit. I used to check her like, look, man, you need to check your moms, man, like for real. Like, and she would get mad at me because I'm telling her to check her mother. You know what I'm saying? So it creates a whole fucking dysfunction in the relationship when a woman is being controlled by her mother. She letting her mother run her mouth too goddamn much. You know, it's some bullshit, man. Like I tell niggas, when you fucking with these girls long term, you got to evaluate their families too. Because if their families ain't rocking with you, you know, them motherfuckers you got to deal with. Them gonna possibly be your motherfucking kid's grandmama. So if that motherfucker's a ratchet, you may not want to motherfucking invest in this shit. Because you're going to have to see.
Let me ask you something. So when the mom was saying, you know, like getting on the phone and trying to jump in between you and the girl, and you would check the female like, yo, nigga, mom is doing this and that. What would the girl you was dating say to you in response to what her mom was doing?
Don't be talking about my mama like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a few girls I couldn't stand their goddamn mama. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen chicks' mothers curse out their boyfriends in front of me. So I'm like, okay, so this is where you get that sassy ass mouth from. Your goddamn mama. You know, like a lot of times when these girls got their shit going right, you know, they see their shit is progressive. The mother don't want to see them win before they do. You know, if her daughter, she don't want to give her daughter away and she ain't got no goddamn husband of her own. You know, and I'm noticing that. I'm noticing the jealousy of a lot of these mothers, man. And you know, I've been through it. I done had motherfucker some serious relationships. I had mothers try to tell their daughter not to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Because of what they don't agree with, but their daughter was already rocking with me. So it's like I hate dating these chicks' moms. You know what I'm saying? Like I was sometimes like I'm coming to come see a bitch, and I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go get some food. I gotta go bring some food for her mother and a bottle for her mother. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like I'm like, man, I'm about to come through, drink with you. All right. If the first time I did, I came through with a bottle and I didn't have nothing for her mama. And she was like, so you ain't gonna bring me nothing. You did. I'm like, oh shit. And then she looking at me too, like, you know, this is when I was young and simping. So she looking at me too, like, yeah, that is kind of rude. You could have asked if my mother was hungry or if she wanted something from the store too. So I'm like, man, this is some bullshit, man. So, you know, it's a lot of brothers out here going through hell, you know, dating these bitches and dating their mama at the same time because their mother is like the super best friend. You know, she be throwing it. If the mother don't fuck with you, man, you gonna have hell. You know, I tell niggas all the time when I meet these chicks in the club and they got that cock blocking ass homegirl, I try to get through to her first, get her cool on my side because that bitch will shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, Jap cool, and then you know I ain't gotta worry about the hate. But the mother, they throw so much damn hate. They don't want to see their daughters win. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they single mothers and they gave birth to their daughter and their daughters, you know, they don't want to see their daughters win like that, man.
Let me ask you about this. You said that they're the cool best friend. Kind of go into more detail about what you mean when you say that the single black mom is the daughter's cool best friend. What do you mean by when you say that?
I mean, man, I told this story one time, Joe. I was in the club, and I was doing spoken word, and I was going on stage. I seen this badass bitch sitting down. She had just came off the stage from doing a poem. So I'm like, man, I'm about to holler at her. My man like, nah, nigga, I'm hollering at her. I was like, nah, nigga, I got that shit. I already called first, nigga. This how we do, right? Mm-hmm. So he like, man, nigga, if you don't holler at that bitch when you get off the stage, I'm gonna send both of their ass some drinks. And I'm getting over there. I'm getting at that bitch. I was like, nigga, I got this. So I go over there. After this, I go over there. I'm chopping it up with Shorty. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking this is her homegirl. This is her fucking mother that she's in the club with. You know what I'm saying? And the fucked up part about it was the bitch lied to me. She was only like fucking 18. And she was in the club with her mother. I'm talking about grown ass club. And in Chicago, in black community, I noticed that the younger the mothers are, the more they try to make their kids their best friends. So they always be going to the clubs with their fucking mothers. Like you'll go to a hood ass lounge and you'll see a bitch in there and she be like, yeah, my mother and my auntie over there. I'm like, God damn, what the fuck? My mom and my auntie ain't never been in the club with me. You know what I'm saying? So they just be talking, they be kicking it with their moms doing regular girlfriend shit. Mm-hmm. And they not realizing that like that's putting a damper on their relationships because they mothers get to chiming in and jumping in the middle of everything that's going on, and you know, brothers is pulling back from that shit, man. You know, it's a lot of mothers that jump in niggas' marriages and shit like that, and jumping in these arguments, ruining what their daughter got going on. See, that's supposed to be boundaries set, and right now in the black community ain't no boundary. The black woman can just run her mouth and say whatever the fuck she want to say, jump in any conversation. You know, ain't got no fucking restraint on them.
Let me ask you this. I had a girl, before I came actually to Europe, I was in a long-term relationship with a chick. Her mom was a single mom, but then she ended up marrying a stepdad. And now, I'm in medical school here, and I was always progressive, even when I was in Sacramento. But let me ask you this: I noticed that whenever the woman her mom was in my presence, and no matter whatever accolades I was doing, she would always try to put it down. Like, oh, you're getting ready to go to medical school. Oh, well, when I was 22, I was already owning a house and had this and had that. And so I noticed, like, it was whatever I was trying to do, her mom would always try to, like, throw some salt on whatever I was trying to accomplish to make me like I was stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then another thing, too, I don't know if you noticed this. They don't have no problem always talking shit to you. But when it comes time to move some shit, here they are asking you, can you come move? Can you bring your truck to come help move or some shit like that? Hey, you at work, they'll always call you. And you can do that shit 100 times in a row. Them motherfuckers still not happy with you. You can never please them enough.
And this is some shit too that I don't like. The mother is so fucking observant to shit that not even your girl is picking up. Like shit that, like for instance, when you with a girl, y'all in a relationship, you're not gonna open up every fucking door. You're gonna miss some. You're gonna miss some doors, man. You know what I'm saying? But the point of being a gentleman is to, when it's noticeable, you're supposed to open the door late. But sometimes motherfuckers, maybe she might be ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Her mother caught me not opening the door for one time, a couple times, man. I was like, and she was trying to go ham. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, and Shorty didn't even say nothing. But see, she knows, like most men is not gonna sit around and argue with no elder, you know what I mean, or no older woman like that. If you got any respect, you're gonna take that on the chin. But a lot of brothers have to deal with that shit, and these women don't check their mothers behind the scenes. They scared of their mother. They are scared of their mothers, man, and their mothers don't mean them no good in a lot of cases. Especially like I had a lot of shit I was doing at the time when I was in a relationship. I was like I had a independent record deal. I had a lot of shit going on. I was moving a lot of tapes in the streets, and I had a lot of paper in my pocket. I wasn't broken nothing, so mother and them would just shit on my shit, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? That's not gonna raise a family. That's what I'm saying. Like anything I was doing that was innovative, that wasn't like a truck driver or a fucking a postal worker or something like that. They would just shit on it. You know what I'm saying? And I just realized that, like, okay, if the mother don't believe in you and the mother ain't fucking with you, and that's who that woman confides in all the time, it's gonna spill over into your relationship. And a lot of these mothers, these younger mothers, tend to overanalyze the niggas that they daughters date, but don't realize that a lot of times these girls be having good dudes, but the dudes that you may have dated, you being her mother, you was probably dating dope boys and all this shit. That's why you a fucking single mother. But they want to shit on that, And then a lot of times too, them younger mothers, they want their daughter to date the type of man that they want. So I noticed too, like she was trying to, she was always before the chick met me, her mother was always trying to push older men on her. And they always try to play the hookup game. You know what I'm saying?
What's the hookup game?
Yeah, oh, I met a dude at church, he'll be perfect for you. You know what I'm saying? Type of shit. They always try to play the hookup game. Mm-hmm. Because they be like, and brothers got to pay attention, man. When the mother ain't fucking with you, you might want to abort mission because you might be wasting your time, because that's going to usually tank the woman.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever won a single mom to your liking in a relationship with a daughter? Because I've heard some cases where, I mean, not me personally, but I know sometimes like where the chick will be fucking up on the boyfriend, the single mom will call that dude and be like, look, that bitch is out cheating on you right now, son-in-law. This the nigga that she fucking with. I've heard of cases where women do that, but not often, but I've heard of times that happen. What, have you heard of that before ever? Or
I've heard other brothers go through that. Me personally, I have never I'm trying to think about like every woman I've ever dated on some serious shit always has some type of conflict with their mother. And they always had some type of conflict with their mother. So I ain't never really necessarily had a good experience with people's families like that. They was always kind of dry hating on the low. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, man? Who in the motherfucking chat? This nigga O'Shea going to go get us some motherfucking chicken noodle soup or some shit.
Yeah.
How many motherfuckers we got in the chat, Joe?
That's enough, man.
I know you like to go right up. What you get?
What's going on? Shout out to Jazz Burger, man. Y'all see that? This is Jazz Burger, man. And so this is not no American number. It's a 9-digit number. So that's some Polish shit. But what I'm about to do is take my ass off camera so I can eat this goddamn food. So
this nigga, man. But nah, man, like I personally, I know some dudes that get along real good with other women's mothers. And when they having problems with they chick, they able to call that mother and be like, man, what's up with your daughter? You know what I'm saying? Get some advice. But me personally, I've never only been in like 4 real long relationships like that. And I never got along with any of their mothers like that. Their mothers would like, it would always be phony. It would always be phony. Like their mothers would pretend that they liked me. We looked good. We looked all good in photo ops and shit like that. But their mothers never really fucked with me. You know what I'm saying? Because, I stand on shit. I demand certain shit from a woman, and, eventually, it's different. If I'm asking her not to wear a weave, her mama gonna be like, what you mean? You ain't supposed to, and if she's down for it, if she's game for what the fuck I'm doing, her mother gonna fuck it all up and tell her, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta have a nigga talking to you like that. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you.
So, yeah.
I mean, if you would have had one of those chicks where the mama didn't get involved and you was able to win her over, would you have still stayed with her anyway?
Yeah. Because like I tell motherfuckers, man, family is the glue, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, a lot of us, we talk about the black woman and shit like that, but the goal is finding a good one and having your own family, in my opinion. I don't know what other niggas goal is. Mm-hmm. I was raised by a 2-parent household, you know what I'm saying, good family, and I'm strong on that family shit. Now, a lot of women love my family, though. That's the shit that be killing me. My parents be loving the shit out of these girls. I be having like, man, hell no, y'all gotta chill out, man. Stop, stop showing all that love, because I don't, her parents don't fuck with me like this. You know what I'm saying? But my parents, they go all in, man. Motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? I bring a motherfucker through, they exchanging numbers, and my mama trying to go shopping with her and hang out and get to know her and shit. I'm like, oh man, you got to chill out. You know what I'm saying? My mama and them, they show love. You know what I'm saying? So I've been around some decent families, but they just ain't never really been like, they always be on the abrasive side, trying to make sure that they ain't nothing gonna happen to their daughter. They just be like too overprotective and shit, or they say something crazy, and a lot of times too, they try to test you,
mm-hmm.
So you'll come to a dinner and they want to grill you, and I'm like, man, I'm 30 fucking years old, man. I ain't trying to be, I'm not trying to be interrogated, man. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck I look like, man?
Especially when the motherfucker who's grilling you ain't got shit that they've accomplished.
Yeah.
I mean, motherfucker, how you gonna ask me some shit? You motherfucker working at 7-Eleven, goddamn, selling barbecue chips, nigga. How you gonna ask me what the fuck I'm doing, bitch? What are you doing, nigga?
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, like when they daughters, like I know a chick I was messing with. She was mixed. Her mother was like your typical African American woman. You know what I'm saying? Water weave and all that type of shit. Her daughter didn't have to. Her daughter was just, had the natural shit, and would just look like everything that her daughter was doing, she was shit on it. You know what I'm saying? Including her men. If her daughter going to school, she'll give her a hard time with everything. Anything she trying to do progressive. You know what I'm saying? Even when it was with me trying to, get her ass about that house, it wasn't you know, she didn't want to see her daughter take them steps because she alone. And a lot of times too, they want that companionship from their daughters and don't want you to take them away from their daughters. You know, they don't want to lose their daughters until they got a man of their own. So it don't matter how good the man is. Like, for instance, you was in medical school and all that, and the mother's still shitting on you. Why? Because she need her daughter there with her every day. Her daughter is like her bestie. You know what I mean? She don't want no dogs and no cats, and she don't got no man, so she could just sit around and analyze y'all relationship all day.
All day.
You know? All day, just be in the middle of y'all fucking relationship. You know, wondering why you ain't do this, and that. But look, man, relationships got ups and downs. And if you can't have an argument with your girl without the mother chiming in, you're going to have a damn problem because, you know, sometimes we get loose at the mouth. You know, we might say some crazy shit, you know, and then we might be able to get over that. But we ain't going to be able to get over that if your fucking mom jumps in the middle, and then I got to restrain what the fuck I really want to say, but you can pop off. You know what I'm saying? And then you got your mom there. Like, can I call my dad? Bring my pops on the phone? You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy, man. A lot of niggas don't be peeping that shit, man. The mothers really hate on their daughters, man, especially if their daughters look better. If their daughters look better, and man, they try to live their life through their daughters.
Let me ask you, have you had an experience where you dated a black girl, her mom was non-black, like white, Mexican?
Oh shit! And we'll tell you about this shit. Man, one of my girls, I was dating her for years. This is fucked up shit. She is fucking goddamn beautiful. I'm talking about she looked like fucking Nicole Ari Parker. Her mother was white, her daddy was black, right? Her mother didn't fuck with me because her daddy didn't want her to fuck with me. Her daddy was black. Daddy did not want her to fuck with no black men. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't win her mother over because her mother was listening to her daddy, but her daddy didn't want her to fuck with no black men, like African American men. He wanted to fuck with white men, and shit. The shit was so crazy. He gave her a pass for fucking with an African nigga, but no regular niggas like us from the hood. You know what I'm saying? And you know, she ain't that. You know, the shit ain't work out. But I remember her mother used to play me real phony, and they wouldn't even let me in the house.
What?
Her mother wouldn't even let me in the house. I had to stand by the door. And this is like 23, 24. You know what I'm saying? So like her mother wouldn't even let me in the crib. And I'm just sitting there like, damn. And like we grew up together. Like, damn, I've never been in the crib. Never. But my parents embracing this motherfucker, loving him. You know what I'm saying? But like her mother would not let the shit go down, man. Didn't want that shit to happen. They didn't want to see that shit happen.
So was her mom?
That's kind of crazy. Huh?
Was her mom and dad still together?
Yo.
I'm saying, was her mom and dad still together in a relationship?
Yeah, her mother and dad was still together, man. It was crazy because I'm like, they in an interracial relationship. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they were just hard up on her getting a white man. You know what I'm saying? And her mother was standing firm on that shit. And she had her nigga that was G'ing for that bullshit too, man. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't let me in the crib, man. I was like, it's fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying? And I carry myself respectfully, you know what I'm saying? You know, at the time I was working in corporate, every day I would wear a suit and tie to work, shit like that, man. But you know, man, it was just it was hell. Her mother and them, I had no connection with them. That's why I was like, I actually left her ass based on the fact of her mother and her pops, because I'm like, dude, my parents is embracing you like a motherfucker, and you ain't checked your family. And that's another thing. Like, her mother don't look as good as her daughter. So her daughter, she always is in the middle of the fucking relationships. So she was picking and choosing who did she approve of that was going to be able to come in the house and eat dinner with them and shit like that. And, you know, unfortunately, Southside black man was not. But African niggas and Yugoslavian niggas and shit like that was. You know, so it was just a different dynamic, man. You know, I'm still cool with this woman today. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's just that's what broke us up. And we talk about that shit every time we bump into each other.
Let me ask you this: have you ever dated a single mother whose her own mother was still trying to be in a relationship, although the girl you dating already a single mother already?
Yeah, I dated one, and the shit was so. This particular single mother I was dealing with, she had one of the most feisty attitudes, you know what I mean, imaginable. Like she would pop off on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, niggas calling and shit. She had one of the craziest fucking attitudes, man, and you know she would react violent. She'll put hands on a nigga. You know what I'm saying? She was fucking fine as hell though, but she had a temper. Like I was out a couple of times, she beat some hoes ass that touched me. One time in the club, her and her homie beat these hoes ass, and I was just like, man, this motherfucker is like real aggressive, man. Carried a banger and everything. You know what I'm saying? Kept a pistol on and all types of shit. Finding a motherfucker though. So I was simping, but she motherfucking her mother, man. I just watch her mother cuss her boyfriend out in front of me. I'm company. Just she let her boyfriend them have it, man. Like every time I come in the crib, it's lit. It's yelling at the baby, yelling at the grandbaby, yelling, and this big mama. So you know when she popping off at me, she got that kind of attitude, man. Like what's that chick on what was it? Think Like a Man Part 2. Mm-hmm. The nigga who was marrying him, he was the mama's boy. He was marrying the old girl. He had that mama that kept talking shit. She play a mama in like every fucking black movie. You know what I'm talking about, nigga.
You know I don't be watching that shit.
Nigga, you remember on motherfucking what the fuck was that movie, man? With Ike Turner, man. What's Love Got to Do with It? Mm-hmm. The bitch who played Tina Turner mother.
Oh yeah, she fine as hell.
Yeah, but she be talking but you know how her attitude is in every fucking movie.
Yeah, same way all the time.
Exactly. Shit, we can talk about like even how look at that Tina Turner shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Tina Turner mama was the same fucking way, picking and choosing her niggas. Put her in a situation where, you know, she put her off to Ike. Ike had to bribe that mother. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because it don't matter who it was. Her mother was gonna shoot any nigga down. Even the good niggas that was coming around. Ike came with that bread, and that was the type of nigga her mama like. That's why that nigga was on. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Jennifer Lewis. Yeah, that's her name. She is an old fine motherfucker too, man.
Let me ask you about this though. What's been your experience with black women who have two-parent households, for the most part? Not the interracial one you talk about, but like two black parents.
I feel that they a little bit more reserved. You could talk to them more because they don't talk to men crazy because their mother, you know, would manage to keep a man. So she know, you know, that popping off that loud mouth shit ain't gonna keep a man like that. Mm-hmm. You know, so I tend to think that those are better women to build a family with because they understand the construct of it. You know, you ain't gotta reprogram her and retrain her. And a lot of these women don't want to be programmed or trained. They, you know, they think that they already got it together and they ready to go. And that just ain't the case. You know, so I think that they are better fit for a brother who comes from that cloth, you know. And if you want something, you know, if you want to build something, you know, and then there's always a few exceptions to the rule, you know, because it's some chicks out here who resent their mama. Their mama be in their business, but they be like, man, I don't fuck with my mama like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they see that their mama's a loser. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of women don't want to admit that shit if their mama's a loser. You know, but what I do notice though, even if their mother is a fucking loser, like, you know, their mother is horrible with money, horrible with men, shit like that. Even if they fuck up their lives, if their mother will fuck up their lives, they still hold on to their mother because it's like, you know, they got an unbelievable loyalty to their mother. But if their daddy did that shit, they throw their daddy under the motherfucking bus quick. They throw their daddy under the bus quick. But
right,
that mama, man, it don't matter what she do. You know what I'm saying? They ain't no nigga gonna come in between their mama. That's how they feel. Even if their mama is flat out fucking wrong.
So let me ask you this. What advice would you say? I mean, would you say not even date any chick who come from a single mother-led home? I mean, like, what would you advise for the brothers out there?
Well, I advise any brother. It don't matter. Like, if you date a chick that come from a single family home, she gotta be open-minded to change her demeanor and a lot of shit and understand what the role of a wife is. You know what I'm saying? The role of a woman is. If she's not open to that and she gonna try to do it her and her mother's way, then you're gonna have to move around. But I mean, I feel like anybody can get a shot. Anybody can get a chance. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, Malcolm X was a fucking felon. You know what I'm saying?
Good point.
You know, but he had to open his mind and make the transition. These women gonna have to make the transition.
Let me cut you off right there because you made a good point. The role of a woman or a role of a wife. In Minister Jap's opinion, what is the role of a black wife? What's the role for the black woman, in your opinion?
The role of the black woman is to basically submit, you know, to be an aid to her man, to work with him, not against him, you know, to help him build, you know, look to him for guidance and leadership. She needs to pick a man that's going to lead and offer something that can help them get to that next level. You see what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure brother like Ringo can really get into them scriptures and really break that thing down, man. But I just, because I've seen it done successfully. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it done. I come from a house that I've seen it done. My mom and my daddy, they accomplish a lot together. And my father attributes all his successes to her. I can't necessarily say all the successes I got in life I could attribute to any woman I've ever been with, because a woman ain't never did nothing for me or helped or aided me. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't, with great power comes responsibility. So I don't tell brothers, you know, you ain't got to be running around here, you know, smacking your woman around and, you know, talking to her crazy and shit like that to get what you want from her. But she got to be on your team, and she got to cooperate and be on your team and be a partner in this shit. And she can't come already damaged all up and, you know, ruined from the last nigga, coming with all these babies and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And expect, you know, to not be met with any type of resistance. Because at the end of the day, if I take you on and you got all these kids or you got a kid or whatever like that, you got to be amazing from here on out. You can't fuck up like the other motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't want them fucking up either, but you got to come with your A game. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like what women are, the aggressiveness of these women right now is what's shooting them in the fucking foot. You know, it's fucking up their relationships. That's why most of them single. It's not because they don't look good. Black women look good. It's not because, you know, they can't talk well or, you know, entertain conversation. When you first meet a woman, that's the best shit. That's the best time. But it's afterwards, after they get comfortable, after they get from that interview phase, and they start showing you who the fuck they are, and you start to dig into their past and seeing what's going on, and you see like, man, you know, all that shit was a front just to land a nigga. Now you landed me, this is what I gotta deal with, you know, and they love to put that whole, you know, take me as I am type shit. For instance, women will do whatever to get themselves into the door. Like I've had a woman with a fucking body shaper on for 2 months of dating, not knowing that she had a fucking body shaper on.
Wow.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like that's fucking extreme. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you peel out the goddamn body shaper. This is not what I signed up for. You see what I'm saying? But that's what's going on with this dating shit right now. Like everybody's putting on this facade, and then once, you know, you got to see what you could tolerate. So I just tell brothers, man, you know, I'm not telling niggas to not date single mothers, because shit, that's taking away like 70% of black women. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it's not the best experience. It fucking really sucks, you know, for a man with his shit together. And, you know, you're gonna have to demand something from them, and they're gonna have to bring something to the table for you to entertain this shit if you don't have kids. But if you a nigga with some kids, you know, do the Brady Bunch thing, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all, it's an equal playing field.
Let me ask you this. You said black women have a lot of animosity. I mean, I know this is like, do black single mothers destroy their daughters? But let's take the show into another level. Why do you think black women are so angry, so mad all the time? Why do you feel that they hate black men? Because they do. I really feel black women hate black men, man. I'm pretty much fucking sure of it. Why do you think they feel that way that they do towards us? And even if we're doing something nice for them, they don't appreciate the shit.
This is the thing. I think that it, like that's why I talk about the single mother thing so much. A single mother is a very, very bitter, hardened woman. That's what you're dealing with. Now, if you got a woman who was raised by a bitter, hardened woman, even if she don't got kids yet, those values, that way, that demeanor, that everything, the way you handle problems, the way you handle conflict, that's how they handle conflict in their house. They talk with aggression. Her mother was hardcore. Her daughter was raised to be hardcore. For instance, I had a conversation with a girl the other day. I asked her, do you argue with your mother? She said, yeah. I said, you ever cuss at your mother? Yeah, only when I'm mad. I'm like, so you be arguing and cussing your mom out? Yeah, because she be on my motherfucking nerves. Now, I'm like, that's crazy. I've never cussed my mama out. I've never cussed my father out. Even time I had a disagreement with him, I just shut up and stop talking. Because I'm not about to talk to my dad or my mother like a nigga on the street. But what I noticed is that when these single mothers get to raising women, they raise them to pop off and not take no shit because they're living a hardcore life. Single mother has to live a hardcore life. She's fending for herself, so they say. But I think that most of that shit come from being raised by women who don't got men, because they already bitter and they mad anyway. So I just see the aggression starts from the household. That aggression is taught from a mother because, you know, they're not popping off like how men pop off, you know what I'm saying, where it's like, you know, it's calculated. Mm-hmm. You know, when we pop off, it's like, all right, nigga, you got one more time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when the woman pop off, it's like, who the fuck you talking to? Bitch, you got me fucked up. It get kicked off immediately. That's why you go to the club, they have to drag them hoes out immediately because they friends gonna start popping off and all of these motherfuckers aggressive and they don't know how to fucking weigh the situation out and see what's going on. See, niggas, before that shit kick off, you know, niggas is sizing shit up. Uh-huh. Like, is we gonna win this shit? Because we ain't gonna win this shit, man. Let's go to the car and you know, either abort mission or get the banger. You know what I'm saying? But the women are just popping off for the sake of popping off because their pride is hurt and they can't take critiques and they can't take you know, any type of resistance or you know, harsh truths. They can't deal with that shit. You know, so they're gonna pop off. And like the aggressiveness of the women, the black women these days is just crazy. Like I've noticed when I date a woman that's black, but like from I got a chick right now I'm talking to. She's from East Africa, Eritrea or some shit, right?
Originally, yeah.
Fuck yeah, fucking gorgeous, fucking nice as shit. You know what I'm saying? Real docile, you know, cool, calm. You know what I'm saying? Even we went to a ratchet spot. Cool, you know what I'm saying? She ain't, you know, motherfucker bump into her. She like, she ain't, you know what I'm saying? About to get the shit kicked off. See, you take a motherfucking regular ass black chick there, even when she got a master's or whatever, don't hit me with that, oh, she wasn't educated shit. There's plenty of bitches with masters popping off fighting hoes. You know what I'm saying? And don't know how to just talk shit out. You know what I'm saying? And they be real fucking aggressive, man. Like real fucking aggressive. And they mother taught them that shit. They mother taught them that shit.
But let me turn the conversation to something a little bit different. I know we've been talking about single mothers, how they shape their daughters, but you live in Chicago.
Yeah.
And you know that single mothers shape the violence in young Black men. Now, you were just talking about how men are more calculated. That means, like, you got one more time to do this. That's typically men who, pretty much have been around other men. They think like that. But you do have a group of young boys out there, especially in the Chi, that pop off like women pop off and will just take that testosterone and use violence. What do you know about the single Black mothers affecting single Black boys in Chicago? What's your take on that?
They are the worst. They are the worst motherfucking women to ever raise boys. You know what I mean? Like they're horrible. They're horrible mothers to boys. Because they encourage their boys to do so much shit to defend them. You know, like they let these boys stay out to fucking 12. You know, they can't discipline a boy. Like once he becomes big enough to where your punches and your slaps don't hurt no more, they can't do nothing with them. Like they will. I've known women who have young boys who will let their boys hustle, sell weed, sell coke, long as he helping out the household. You know what I'm saying? Like pimp their sons out there. You know, but their sons feel a sense of pride in supporting their mother, though. And that's the thing. They even if their mother ain't shit for letting them do this shit or letting them skip school or skip class, can't nobody do nothing wrong to their mother, and they will defend their mother. They'll shoot and kill for their mother. They not out here shooting and killing for their mothers, though. But I'm just saying, like, they still have a level of respect that's so high for their mother, and not realizing that your mother is the reason why you in this position. I mean, if your mother really loved you, she would not be buying you Jordans when she could be saving up to move to Indiana, where it's a lot more safe than having you in the middle of Inglewood. She wouldn't be buying you an Xbox because you whining. She would have stacked that $1,500-$1,600 or what it would have took for her to move the fuck from Inglewood. So I always say a lot of single mothers in the hood don't really love their child. Their child is a fucking check baby, you know, and they keep their kids away from their daddy. They let them kids say all types of bad shit about their daddy. So when their daddy come around, their daddy don't even get no type of love. So I mean, I'm gonna be honest, if you take my kid like that and I keep coming around and I'm trying to show love to my kid, I'm gonna stop fighting, man. I'm gonna let my kid find out you ain't shit and come running to me. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of these women too, they don't got those type of fathers anyway that they had babies by. I mean, these guys are just random guys in the hood having kids by and having a litter of babies around the motherfucker. But I can't say that for the most part, every one of these motherfuckers who in Chicago who shot somebody or you see on the news and shit like that, if you trace that shit back, these niggas either live with their grandmother and their mama, because that's usually how that shit is, or they was raised by their grandmother or raised by their mother, but their father was nowhere near in the picture. You know what I'm saying? And the cycle just keeps continuing.
Let me ask you this, because I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Somebody's gonna say, well, Black men ain't taking care of their responsibility. They also have a job to do. Why are they leaving their kids? These niggas ain't shit. I mean, so what would you say to somebody that come with you with that rebuttal?
That's like this, man. That's like me asking a motherfucking EMT to do surgery. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you're dealing with a gangbanging ass nigga, don't have a kid by him and then expect him to man up then. You know what I mean? Like you want this, you pick the worst type of man and you have a baby by him and you know he never would, he's never doing anything positive now. So the fact that you're having this baby, you want him to change now. And that's a bad fucking strategy. I mean, you having a baby by a motherfucker who you know ain't shit, but you're expecting for him to be shit, and then you're holding him to the standards of good men. Right. You can't do that. Right. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, if I know you an EMT, I can't expect you to do heart surgery just because you're in the hospital, or I need a fucking heart surgeon. That's not your job. You're not trained for that yet. So you don't jump into this shit. You know what I'm saying? And those young boys are not trained up to be men yet, but you want to do man shit by having a baby by this nigga, you know, and now you want this nigga to be a man, but he was never a man even when he was fucking you. It's not like these dudes were good guys, men, a principal and shit like that, and then they fucked you. And then once you had the baby, they said, "No, fuck that shit. I'm going back to these streets." No, they was in the streets doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Smoking weed every day, popping pills, drinking lean, shooting niggas and shit like that. And you wanted to ride his dick raw. So this is what you got to deal with.
So let me kind of take it another way. We have these problems in the Black community. Black women are not being accountable for what they do, blaming us for everything, blaming us for the problems. Now, when you look at other communities that are led by men, like, you know, I'm in Europe, so I've been like in Ukraine, I've been in Poland.
Yeah.
The problems that I see with misbehavior amongst kids is not like that at all in America. And I noticed that it's because you have men leading the entire society here. Why are Black women so afraid for men to lead their society, even if we're going to do better than what they're doing? Why are they afraid of that?
Because this is the thing, man. As a woman, and I know there's going to be some women in the chat that's going to be fucked up and they're going to disagree with this shit. But men and women are not created equal.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to stop that shit. We have to stop saying just because you have the right to do what a man does, don't mean you should be trying to do what a man does. For instance, I don't think there should be women firefighters. I don't think that there should be women police officers. Maybe doing administrative work, but it becomes a problem when you're actually trying to do the fucking work and you still got to be a fucking chauvinist gentleman and talk to her different. And then, you know, she got to go out here and fight crime with you. You know what I'm saying? And she might get knocked the fuck out. That ain't what society ain't supposed to put their women on the forefront like that for wars and shit like that. But this country does. This country gives women the right to try to be men. I think certain jobs are meant for men. I know they have the freedom to do all of this shit. That just doesn't mean that you should. Like, you know, certain shit is just not fitting and it doesn't work out the best. And then you gotta half-ass the shit. Like, I met a fucking female cop, right? Mm-hmm. I'm 210. I'm looking at her, I'm like, she 112 pounds. If you don't shoot me or tase me, you can't do shit with me. I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. I told her straight like that, right? I'm like, why are you a cop? You know, because you can't do the job. I know you couldn't handle a man. You're gonna get mauled until the men come in and get this motherfucker off you. I was just watching a motherfucker, it was Go to World Star. It was a motherfucker on World Star inside the jail. She found a nigga with a laptop, right? Mm-hmm. The nigga started breaking the laptop, breaking up the evidence and shit in front of her. She tried to grab the laptop. This nigga punched her so fucking hard, he knocked her the fuck out, right? Mm-hmm. Now, it wasn't a bunch of women that came in there to save that woman. Who came in there? The fucking men. And that's what I learned. I was like, you know what? She ain't had no business doing that job. She ain't had no business doing that job. So I say that to say, going back to the original shit, you know, we're not created equal. Certain things that I'm able to do and I'm required to do, I just need to do. Women got their own role and they just need to stay in their role in certain circumstances. But what's happening in this country is, you know, when you try to tell your woman and give her instructions on some shit, because she has the freedom to say, you can't talk to me like that. I don't know what you think this is. This ain't the Stone Age and shit like that. That's why these relationships don't fucking work. Because nobody wants to take their job and take their role and do what the fuck that they're better at doing. A woman is better at doing the cooking and the cleaning and the little, you know, dainty shit around the house and shit like that. I wouldn't ask my mother, or my father would not ask my mother to go out there and change the fucking car tires, or to go pump her own gas, or to go shovel all the fucking snow, or mow the lawn. That's not what a woman should be doing.
Right.
But see, these women will pick and choose when they want to be equal. You know what I mean? But if we was to be real equal, say, okay, let's switch roles. They don't want our role. They don't want to do a man's job, but they will say that they can do it, but they don't want to do the shit. You know, and with the way that this country is being ran, you know, with women, you know, speaking up and loud talking men and trying to step on our toes and shit like that because they have the right to do so. That's why none of these relationships fucking work. You know, when I see a lot of these women running over their men, I'm like, dude, she ain't gonna do nothing but make herself into another divorce bitch. You know what I'm saying? Writing books, going to, you know, reading them fucking Terry McMillan books and shit like that, hating niggas, you know, and he gonna be happy with his docile, you know, wife that's, you know, willing to submit and chill her motherfucking ass out. And it's some women that embrace that. You know, like I've met Muslim women, Middle Eastern women, you know, a lot of African women, they embrace that. They can't wait to be led by a man. But that's unheard of in the Black community right now.
You know, that's very true, man. I see that all the time here, especially with Muslims that I see. I think it's like those of us who are trying to do something positive and trying to build, we really got to take notice of the women who want to be in those roles. I mean, I think a lot of us, like Ron Wills made a video that said, only focus on what you want. And a lot of times as men, I think we're focusing on all the fat ghetto bitches, the weave-headed bitches. I think that as long as we are progressing and we're trying to build and stuff like that, those women who are wanting to be submissive, those women who want to do, those women will come out the woodwork. And I think it's a lot of women out there, a lot of Black women feel the same way that, because me and you teach 99.9% of the same shit in different ways, but we say the same thing. It's a lot of women who agree with us. Like, they won't come out and say it on the comments. But that's email. You know what I'm saying? You notice that shit?
Yeah, because if you listen to the rhetoric that we spit, you wouldn't be a single mother. You know, you would definitely be wifed up by some good brother. You know what I'm saying? And you wouldn't be sitting around here looking at the rest of your homegirls. But you know, they want to try this shit their way. And like I said, man, I'm only speaking from my observation because I've seen this shit firsthand how it works. I got a cousin. He like my brother. His parents are still together. I seen that shit, how they raised them. You know what I'm saying? Good families make good people. Broken families make broken people. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what is boiling down to.
That's true. That's true. Well, shit, man, it's been an awesome hangout. I don't really have shit else to say.
This nigga with this goddamn church robe on, man.
Yeah. You know, but see, that was before I came to YouTube, nigga. I was the first pastor. Before I should have been Pastor O'Shea. But shout out to Minister Jap, man. This, you know, me and him just basically, this is our real first hangout we ever did together. Although I was on a hangout on Angry Man's channel. So he mission, man. We out here turning it up. We trying to bring some more.
Yes, Lord.
You know, we bringing some more, you know, positive kind of, you know, shows or more interesting topics. So be on the lookout for things like this from me, Angry Man, Ringo TV Raw. Shout out to him and Minister Jap. Jap, yes, go ahead and plug yourself, player.
Hey man, it's your boy Minister Jap. Make sure y'all go to my channel. Go to all three of my channels because I got the Minister Jap live. I'm trying to bring the live shows back, but I need y'all to motherfucking go on there, subscribe to the Minister Jap channel and subscribe to the Minister Jap network. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have all this shit going because you know I got a lot of haters and they trying to shut a nigga down. But we moving positive. You know, I got I'm almost up to 9,000 subscribers right now. You know what I'm saying? So man, we turning up, man. Shout out to O'Shea, shout out to Angry Man, shout out to Ringo TV Raw. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Alpha Male Wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Just hey man, all the brothers that got something positive to say, you know what I'm saying, and critiquing this situation that we going through as black men in America, on the dating scene, marriage, whatever you going through, man. Make sure y'all email us, man, so we can discuss y'all topics, man.
Right. I got a shitload of emails. I don't know if y'all doing them all, but I think what I'm gonna do, instead of me answering all of them, I think we gonna get Angry Man and Jap. I'm gonna just read them and we gonna all answer those. I got like a shitload of relationship advice emails. I don't have time to do all of them. But once again, I want to shout out to everybody that's been supporting the channel. Once again, thank you to Minister Jap. You know, he got shit he can be doing, but he's taking time out of his day to come on the channel and make it cracking. You probably gonna see this hangout will also be on his channel, so you can probably download, put it on, so you can see it over there also. Angry Man, and like I said, we got a lot of big things we got planned for next year. All of us, we're working together. We're trying to change up a lot of things that we see in the Negro manosphere and the Black manosphere, and bringing outside people in. So, like I said, the Negro Manosphere website, we're writing for it right now. Shout out to Roger Allen Curry. Shout out to Donovan Sharp at Return to Kings. Shout out to Mr. Solito, who's writing for accounting and finance. So we have a CPA, a certified public accountant, will be able to give us information as black men on IRAs, 401ks. I just got an email from another brother today that is also a financial expert. So all of this was going to be available on a Negro Manosphere website in about 2 or 3 months. It's going to be daily content. I'll also in the works, I have a MD, PhD, emergency medicine physician that will be doing a column every month on black men's health. So because you guys support us and share our videos, the money that we get from stuff like that is what helps us give back to the black male community with just discussions like this, and also things we can document on paper so the brothers can go and read it. We'll have a forum, you can check it out. So we're really moving, man, and we're trying to really not just talk about it, but rather we are about it. So we just thank you. Donate to the Minister Jap. Subscribe to him on Patreon. Keep sharing our videos. You know, because when y'all do that, it comes back to you. You know what I'm saying? It comes back to y'all, man, because we're able to do things like put out the website. The website is free to you. You get the information. It helped change your life, help change somebody else's life. So because y'all support us, we support y'all.
And another thing, just piggyback off what the brother was saying, man. We actually are showing brothers unifying. You know, we all may disagree on some shit, but we ain't attacking each other. We showing that y'all can collab with other black YouTubers and shit like that. It don't be no goddamn drama. I've been rocking with these niggas solid for about a year, man. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we seen, you know, things that went down, transpired with a lot of other brothers, but you see what we trying to do over here. So if y'all support brothers actually with getting together and being able to work together and do something positive to make sure y'all fuck with the commission, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, support us, man, for real.
Right. And so keep in mind also, we got the Negro Manosphere fan page. Minister Jap got a fan page. Minister Jap got his website. I mean, like, so we out here motivating, man. So we out here doing some things. And like I said, it's all about the black male community. Because think about it, man. I mean, Minister Jap used to be a popular rapper in Chicago. He could do hip hop news and make a ton of money. I mean, ratchet news and make a ton of money, man. That's easy to do. But we come on here and like I'm a medical student. I could do a medical ball. I could do a whole bunch of other shit. And I could do politics and make a ton of money on YouTube. Yeah. But we do this because we have a concern for our people. Now, it may not come off as nice as it could be all the time. It could be more politically correct, but it's our way of doing things. And like I said, we are trying to give back with websites. We're trying to give back with the radio shows, bringing in different radio guests. One thing, I got a math PhD professor I will be interviewing on the show this week. Help you black men and you black women out there that are struggling in mathematics. Okay, he has Shout out to him. Let me see what this guy's. I want to mention his.
The trolls is going ham right now.
Yeah, I don't even listen to them niggas.
Man, them niggas ain't even getting no pussy, man.
All them niggas over there talking that bull. Okay, it's Fort Bend Tutoring. Okay, this is a dude that has over 30,000 subscribers. Okay, and he's a math teacher at a Houston University. Has over 30,000 subs. He's made a hip hop way or black way of kind of like understanding mathematics at all levels, up to calculus 2. So we're gonna have him on the hangout. And like I said, that's the commission doing it. That's Jap doing it. Angry Man doing that. We're bringing in people from other outside of the Negro manosphere to give advice on shit that we can't talk about. Because when we build our channels up, people watch us that got expertise in the shit that we don't have, and we can bring all of them into the loop. That's what it's about. So support the minister, man. So, you know, the minister gonna be on here a lot. We're gonna be kicking and moving. Subscribe to him. Donate to his channel. The brother has stepped up his YouTube game so much. I mean, I'm still recording on my punk ass iPad, but you know, he got all this shit going. So we'll be back tonight. Well, no, not tonight. I mean, I'll be probably back tomorrow on the hangout. But shout out to Fort Bend Tutoring. We're gonna have him on. Blackman taking the community back. He'll be on. I got Search for Uhuru, the Dynasty Amir from my hometown of Sacramento. That brother's been traveling Africa. He's a corporate dude, but he's been in Africa like 8-9 times. Beautiful.
Hey, we need to make JPV, man, a moderator for all our chats, man.
Who's JPV? Okay, where's he at right now?
I'm gonna make JPV a moderator for my shit because he get the motherfuckers out of here, man. For real.
Okay, next time, tell him when we do it, hit him up. I'll make him a moderator so he get them the fuck up out of here.
Email me JPV, man. We gotta holler, man. I'm gonna make this motherfucker a moderator because he see the bullshit.
Anything else you want to say, Jap?
Nah, man. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you putting me on your platform so I can speak to the church.
Oh yeah, man. It's all good. And like I said, we all been. Yeah, I gotta address one thing, man. I wasn't supposed to do this, but I'm gonna do this at the end. This nigga of CD and Media Network, man. Let me talk to this dude real quick. Man, listen, bro. I've been hearing about some of the things you've been saying, but Obsidian Media Network.
Oh shit!
I'm not even gonna roast you, dude. Now,
yo, you gotta put the camera up for this.
Yeah, let me get the camera so this nigga can see my beautiful face, nigga. Let me tell you something, motherfucker. Nigga, you see what the fuck? Listen, bro. I've had 2 people on my platform. Angry Man last night, Minister Jap tonight. Well, it's nighttime here in Poland. Do you see how I run my hangouts? Do you see how I let my guests talk, nigga? When you have fucking radio shows, you don't let your people talk, bro. Okay? And you talking that shit. You put the church music on, dude. Put it on.
It's on?
It's on?
Yeah.
Listen, dude, man. You know, when you do a host or you invite somebody to your platform, you let them talk, dude. You let your guests talk. You see, Minister Jap talked almost 80% of the time tonight, and he was doing well. You niggas out there who think y'all know how to run radio shows, and everybody who got a YouTube channel don't need a fucking blog talk radio show. Every nigga who do YouTube don't need to be doing radio. You are one of those dudes, man. Stick to podcasting, nigga. Let a motherfucker who know what he doing with radio and how to ask questions. A motherfucker who talking 85,000 miles a minute, that's why your show sucks. And that's why, if you listen to this hangout, in Angry Man's hangout last night, you will find out how to do this type of shit correctly. And your platform won't suck like it do. So the next time you say something, like I said, you got one more time. You got one more time. I'm going to go in. I'm trying to be nice.
Look at the comments. These niggas lame as hell.
Go in. I ain't even reading. You trolls on. Man, fuck y'all niggas. I ain't even reading that shit, man. But anyways, man, shout out to everybody else. Shout out to the haters, man. Y'all see us moving. Y'all see us trying to do shit. So that's why y'all niggas is mad. But Jap, you got anything else to say?
This nigga say Jap is about to cry. What's wrong with these niggas, man?
You niggas is lame.
Like, I be wanting to be like, dude, how can you find these trolls? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you done, nigga? I am classic. Jack, sensitive, LOL. Let me, hold on. I'm going to delete this nigga real quick just to make him mad. What's his nigga name? I am classic?
Yeah, he ain't gonna do it but start it back over. But
I'm about to, hold on. Oh, light skin, sensitive pussy. We about to find out, nigga. Hold on. Damn. I'm up for the chat moving fast as shit.
Yeah, this shit crazy. How many motherfuckers we had in here?
It was 132 tonight.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty good though, huh?
Yeah. We still live?
Yeah, still live. All right, man. We about to get up out of here though, man.
All right, bro. I'll holler at you.
All right, peace.